was born today.
My name's Paul. This is my boyfriend Miguel. We've been together for almost 2 years. We first met at the Pride Festival. I was like, oh wait, my friend took a picture of us on Pride, whoever the guy was that I was talking to. And so we looked at the picture and it was him. Sort of like fate brought us back together.
Yeah, so finally we made it official on 4th of July. So, that's that.
So there's fireworks on our anniversary.
Perforated sphere when the wall.
My name's Jamie, and I am a bi female living in Salt Lake, which is a catch-22.
Heber City, Utah. It's in middle school. There was always those kids who would make fun of you and stuff. Well, I was, on top of being gay, I was Hispanic too.
I don't think sexual orientation has anything to do with whether you're a good parent or not, because I have a daughter, and I mean, we have a great relationship.
My parents, well, I didn't come out. My parents found out. I'm not going to get into that, but they found out that I was gay, and they said, they acted like it was this huge catastrophe. They still act like it is. My mom says, I hear things that my mom says, like, I just want my son to be able to go to heaven. And it's just, I'm gonna go to heaven. I don't think I've done anything that's gonna send me to hell. I'm a pretty good person.
It was mostly white Mormon people, and I had friends and stuff, but there was always a lot of kids who would just make fun of you for being gay, and then you would see the other gay kids too getting made fun of. So
it's also really hard living in Salt Lake being bi, just because you don't really get taken seriously, because usually bi isn't really who you are. You're either straight or you're gay, right? But I'm not. It doesn't work that way with me, so I just don't see gender. I really don't.
But after high school, I've never really felt discriminated against, at work or anywhere else. Even more, I probably don't notice it because I kind of block people out sometimes. I just don't think about what people think about me anymore as much as I used to.
I think that we should be so fearful before we have any knowledge of someone's situation. And you can't really judge on orientation. It really says nothing about you as a person. It's just a little part of you. I didn't come out completely until about 1.5 years ago, just because I didn't know that bisexuality existed. I just thought I was weird. I don't know. I didn't want to go tell people because, it's Utah County. You say that when you're younger, you're going to be put in some institution or counseling to try to get over your phase that you're going through. And so I truly came out about 1.5 years ago. I just started participating in a lot of the community events, the gay community, and I think that helped a lot before I came out because I knew there were people out there like me. And so the harshness of coming out to my family wasn't so hard because I had support.
I came out to my parents when I was 15. That night I just I came out to my mom. I was crying and she was crying, and but my dad didn't take it so well for just a couple days. And then I remember 2 days later they pulled me into their bedroom and asked me if what I had said was real. I told them, yeah, it's real, I meant it, that's how I've always felt. And they told me that things weren't going to change, I was still going to be the same person that they've always known, the same Miguel, So that was immediately this relief, because before that I would hear them talk. Whenever something gay or something would come on TV, I would hear them talk negatively about that. So I was scared. And but when they said that, it was just this relief, because you hear about all these kids whose parents just disown them or just kick them out. I was really lucky.
My mom and my stepfather are very supportive of what I choose to do and who I am, but my sisters and my siblings my sister and brother aren't really accepting of the fact of who I am, and it makes me really sad because I wish they were. to just love me as who I am and who I am as a person. Sorry.
They know about my boyfriend, they know we've been together for so long, they haven't even met him. Don't really care to meet him. You know, and that's sad because they say things. I was just like, well, how am I supposed to know if this is the person that I want to marry if I don't see them interact with my family?
My grandparents try to fix me, but I'm not broken. I'm finally happy, and this is me. All these years I've been forcing myself to live what society calls a normal life. It became so unbearable and I was miserable. I didn't feel complete. Gathering up the courage to come out despite my religious surroundings was one of the hardest things I've chosen to do. If I wouldn't have had such amazing support from my friends, I don't know what I would have done. When I realized I loved women, I discovered a whole new part of myself. I began discovering the real me. I've learned I can just be me, and that's okay.
You know, I was young when I was in the closet. It was like, you know, you felt normal when you were in the closet. You felt like everybody around you shared something, like, or assumed that you were just like them. You know, you didn't have this constant feeling of misplacement. I started realizing that it's not cool to pretend. Once you've accepted yourself for who you are, then your friends can love you for who you are.
And for anybody who is still in the closet, I really wish that you come to terms with yourself and realize who you are, because who you are is a beautiful person. And that's who you need to realize and come forth and tell people about, because keeping it a secret for so long is just... Keeping it a secret's hard, because you gotta hide it and you gotta pretend that you're not who you are, and it just lies on top of lies, and it's not okay. So if you feel like your family isn't accepting, someone will pay attention and someone will care for you, and they will love you no matter what in the end. So I think the gay community is definitely going to boom within the next 10 years of more acceptance in the community. We need to educate people about who we are and what we do. We're not isolated people. We're not, you know, we're smart. We're educated. We're just like you are, except we just might like the same gender.
Well, marriage, I don't know, it's just something I never felt like it was not a possibility for me. Like, I always felt like marriage was something I was gonna have, you know? And I knew that I wasn't gonna be with a woman, like, and it doesn't, I don't know, I just never felt, people are like, oh, gays don't have the right to marry, blah, 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 blah. Get married anyway, like, just because it's not an official document signed by the government, just because the government doesn't say it's legitimate, doesn't mean it's not legitimate in your heart. And it never was, you know, anything other than what I am, always. I was a little kid that liked to play with Barbies and, you know, wear dresses on the trampoline to go and, you know, have a gay old time.
I'd really like to see less discrimination in the gay community. You don't want to be judged on your orientation. Don't judge others that have a different orientation as you. Give them the love that you want from other people that don't understand you. Just have compassion. That's what I really like in the gay community.
Two opinions on gay marriage. One, I'm full support of it. But also, if you love somebody, I'm the person who would stay with somebody forever without a ring or a piece of paper. More states and more people are becoming more accepting, and it's a great thing to start to see more people who are really supportive of it. Marriage is just a union between two people who love each other and who want to be with each other and who want to spend the rest of their lives with each other, and I think that's something that everybody should have a chance to get. So,
where they know that you're gay from the beginning, from the first time they met you, they've always known you're gay, and that was the coolest thing to me, to be able to meet people that have always known that I'm gay.
We are who we are, and we love just as much as anybody else does. We're people, we're humans, we have feelings, I'm sorry, I didn't know I'd get so emotional. So, we care just as much as anybody else does, and we're
we're people. We have feelings. It's not like we're a disease. It's not a problem. In my opinion, gay people have more love than anybody. I mean, the love that we give is just so unconditional and so accepting. We accept everybody, no matter who you are. If you're straight, if you're gay, if you're a man who wants to be a woman or a woman who wants to be a man, we're gonna love you no matter what. And that's just who you are. We love you as a person, and that's what people need to get.
It's just nice for people to be able to actually finally meet me as a person.
I went years trying to live, like I said, the straight, normal life, and I was always missing something, and I didn't know what, and I mean, I was suffering, and I've never felt happier just coming out as bisexual, like this is me.